Greetings, YouTube. Let's hope this is recording. I'll be really unhappy if it isn't. I was listening to the radio on the way to work the other night, and they had some talking heads on there, and one of them, which is from the Nazi Party, and someone asked a question, and this woman talked about the fact that Chump is a strong figure, that he is a he projects strength, and I burst out laughing, and I laughed so hard and so long I almost choked while driving. It was, quite frankly, one of the funniest things I have heard someone say since the election because it was just so profoundly absurd. Because Chump is the epitome of weakness. He has been nothing but a spoiled rich boy his entire life. He bought his way through school. He squandered the money his father gave him. He became a real estate tycoon. He became a game show host. Every business he ever tried to succeed at, he failed. His airline, a fail. Line of food, he failed. He bankrupted casinos, people. Casinos. Casinos are money printing machines. And yet, somehow, he bankrupted them. It's gotten to the point where he just has a name now. He just like sells his name to things. He doesn't actually own a hell of a lot anymore because, well, the people who own him own everything, and they just let him pretend to be a billionaire. Um, so I am baffled how anyone can view him as a symbol of strength. He is the weak man's idea of what strength is: bombastic, rude, brash, abusive to minority groups, to women. He's sexist, he's racist, he's homophobic. He's all these really terrible things, but they present a certain form of American machismo that apparently a whole lot of men flock to because these men are also really, really weak. If you're not weak, you don't become a Nazi because all of these men are looking towards an authoritarian figure, and for some reason they've decided to associate that with a blubbering man-child. His ego is so fragile. It is like spun glass. You say the least slight against him, and he loses it. He is the most easily manipulated individual in the universe. And if anyone who he thinks is a strong person says anything nice to him, he becomes a fawning puppy. Not to mention, he is probably owned outright by the Russian government. Though I'm sure Putin's got enough money, he could probably own him directly. I mean, look at this. Elon Musk bought a president for $250 million and has already made more than $100 billion on that investment. Okay? It was a great deal for him. He spent a hell of a lot of money and he made multiple times more. And it's just astounding that it goes on in the 21st century. But it does. Here we are. But anyone that thinks Trump is strong baffles me. You really need to look in the mirror, take a long, hard look, and reassess who you are. Because he's a failure on every level. Relationships, as a parent, as a politician. He's a lying, cheating, thieving bastard. He's a rapist and a felon. And yet somehow you think that's strong. That's not strong. Do you know what strong was? And very appropriate this time in time because it's January 10th when I filmed this. Jimmy Carter, he was strong. A man of his faith and convictions, a man that changed the world for the better and didn't need to stroke his ego every goddamn second of the day. Trump's a weak, weak man. He is a pathetic individual. And it saddens me that anybody thinks he's strong.